All right, let's get it.
These are our stars in the making. The confidence is rising, and I'm excited watching it.
PGA Tour cards on the line. Dreams are on the line for so many of these players.
It's kind of the proving grounds. You need to have avenues for players to come up and get access to the PGA Tour, and the Korn Ferry Tour is the best place for that to happen.
It's make or break, one shot away from changing your life. For professional golfers, the Korn Ferry Tour, it's the gateway to your dream.
Korn Ferry Tour, it's never been more important than it is right now.
It's the time of the year when you need to make a move. There's no idling around. You need those top 10 finishes, top 5 finishes to try to move up in the top 30 and get your tour card.
The big goals are to make it on the PGA Tour this year. So trying to do everything I can to make sure that happens.
You've had a lot of opportunities to prove yourself.
I just don't think 6 is going to get all the way down there. Yeah, I mean, we got to be long. Yeah.
And if you haven't yet, you might feel that urgency of, all right, I got to make something happen.
Golf can be really hard, really frustrating. There's times where you think you have it, and then you can completely lose it.
Since I've turned pro, like I've either made it by a lot or missed it by a gazillion.
I'm only one win away from my PGA Tour card, so let's try to get it done this week.
Tim Vieding, back-to-back wins, moves up the points list. He's in the driver's seat for the #1 spot, which offers fully exempt status on the 2025 PGA Tour. Through those 2 wins and his good play throughout the year, he's going to have a chance to do just that this summer.
Pedal to the metal and let's go. Golf's a tough sport, and it's really tough to win golf tournaments. I've been grateful to have been able to win 2. Getting the first win obviously was huge, but then winning back-to-back just proves that I can be up there and I can be competitive. You start to kind of doubt yourself if you can ever pull it off, especially last year I had a few close calls. That week in Lecom in Sarasota was just huge for my mindset going forward, and then going to Dallas, I just didn't really care how I played because I was still over the clouds. Like, I won an event, it doesn't matter what I do here, I just want to go home and celebrate. I feel like that freed me up, just being super comfortable and just enjoying golf, and that was the key to winning that event. That last round in Dallas, we had like a 5-hour delay, so I had to sit around all Sunday, kind of not knowing if we were gonna play, and then still trying to prepare myself for playing. Just being able to pull it off and still win that 4th round meant a lot to me. And then I got that call to play in the PGA Championship. I couldn't process what just happened. I didn't even know what to feel. And growing up, it's always been the dream to play in major championships. I've played 2 or 3 PGA Tour events before, but first majors is definitely very different. The whole setup compared to a Korn Ferry event, there's probably more people out there on a Monday than there is for a Sunday at the Korn Ferry Tour. The key for me that week was just be comfortable and being uncomfortable. I remember walking down the 18th fairway, I knew I needed to make eagle to make the cut, and when it didn't go in, I kind of took a few minutes to just look around and soak it in, and trying to remember that feeling. Playing in the PGA Championships definitely gave me a little more motivation to be back there, so obviously the goal would be to play in more major championships next year. I feel like I have the game to be there, and I know I can handle all the stress and the nerves and everything that comes with it. Definitely feel like I'm closer to playing on the PGA Tour, but I'm still trying to keep the same mindset and keep my same routines back home. Still gonna go back and play hockey and do my thing. A lot of people would like to remind me of what I am at the standings, so, oh, you pretty much secure a PGA Tour card for next year, but it's really hard to not focus on that. Obviously, I'm closer to the PGA Tour and reaching those not only goals, but dreams of mine growing up. Whenever that happens, I'm just gonna let my emotions go then. I don't wanna prepare for anything. I just want it to be authentic right there and then. I've been really just trying to be in the present as much as I can. It's easy for me to kind of look ahead and trying to change a lot. Even if it's working, I'm probably just gonna do what I've been doing, enjoy it and play good.
For Ross Steelman, getting to play in front of his family and friends, this just makes for a special week.
He's got this quiet, competitive fire in him.
Since I've turned pro, like I've either made it by a lot or missed it by a gazillion.
I feel pressure a lot. Golf's hard, man.
I want to be fighting to win the tournament.
Blue Hills Country Club at the Advent Health Championship, it's a cool setup. This course has been around since 1963, and compared to what you might think of the prairie land in Kansas and Missouri, it's tree land. You would think you're in the Northeast. A lot of dogleg lefts on this course. You really gotta hone in your right to left shot. And it's a course where historically a lot of players who have accurate games, controlled games, thrive. The winner gets 500 Korn Ferry Tour points, $180,000, really sparks your opportunity to move inside the top 30 and get your PGA Tour card. Every week is a chance to change your life. Ross Steelman, growing up in Columbia, Missouri, not particularly close, but it's a home game in the sense this is the tournament his family and friends are gonna come out. Getting to play in front of his family and friends just makes for a special week in various ways. And the trick is to not put too much pressure on yourself and let those good feelings really thrive and come out.
Nice out. Thanks.
Touch of hurt. It's really nice to be able to be close to home. It's been me and my caddy out on the road. Well, my tendency when I'm swinging, I tend to suck it kind of inside and then lay it off and get real flat, and then I kind of hang back and have to flip at it. And so kind of the ever-present battle is to get the hands working inside, club working outside, a little more vertical. That's kind of what I fight, so just trying to get it a little more vertical with the hands at the top. You like that with the 8 little knockdown? Okay. Just gonna start it on the tree left of it and let it fall to it. When you're playing good, it seems like you're gonna play good forever, and when you're not, it seems like you're never gonna play good again. So it's just that constant battle of telling yourself it's right around the corner, and then it's like Max Homa says, every time you think you can't dig any deeper, just keep digging, and you never know what you're gonna find at the bottom. And I'm not saying that I'm at the bottom of anything. Like, I'm playing pretty good still. It's just, you can, a couple weeks ago in Texas, I shot 3 under, didn't play great, didn't play terribly. And it's like, yeah, you missed the cut by 4, thanks for coming out. But no, and part of it too is I've still only played, 15 events as a professional, and everybody, everything just comes at you so fast that you just kind of gotta take a step back and be like, oh, this is going fine. It's a long season, playing a lot more golf than we did in college. That's the thing too, we've played, what is this, the 9th, 10th event of the season? And if I was still playing in college right now, we'd have been on our 6th. Everything kind of goes at a different pace. You play more, weeks are longer. This time last year, I was playing in an NCAA regional still. So I'm still trying to learn, kind of settling into what works and not feeling like you need to play every day. And it's just a lot of small tweaks to make to what you do to kind of try and optimize performance. Over the next year, I want to continue to work on my mentality and, self-expectations. And I have a tendency to, be pretty hard on myself and pretty demanding of what I'm doing. And so, just trying to accept that not everything's going to be perfect, and there's going to be days where I don't have it. Just working on grinding out a even 1 under, 2 under instead of turning that into 2 or 3 over. And, obviously, hopefully a lot of top finishes and wins, and playing on the PGA Tour this time next year.
I still don't know if we're in Missouri or Kansas City. It's kind of complicated, but yes, this is my first time kind of this side of the U.S., so, but it's pretty good. Golf course is really good, and yeah, it's been great so far. When I'm playing the practice round, I guess Tuesday is more relaxed. When you're playing 7 weeks in a row, kind of Monday you're flying and you get here and you do the registration, and Tuesday it's kind of, okay, you get to see the course for the first time, you take your time, kind of do your process of what you need to do on the golf course and all of that. So try and minimize the time that I'm actually on the golf course a little bit more. So just see it once and then kind of just work on what I need to do. That went 285 again. It gets easier once you get to know a lot more people, see the familiar faces every week. So I think that makes it a lot easier. And we're not staying in a hotel this week. We got a host family that stays on the course on hole 2, so that makes it really easy as well. Getting a little flighted one. Yeah, just flight downwards, but still full. Playing as an international in America, it's a little bit different. A lot of people still don't know who I am and what I've done and stuff like that. So, I mean, yeah, it's changing. The more you do and spend time in the country, then obviously it'll change. But it's starting to come up. Like some people come up in the airport and ask if I'm Aldrich, and so it's pretty cool to see that. And it's nice to have a little bit of a fan base built up a little bit more. So, I mean, if you play good golf, I think all of that just takes care of itself.
Steelman was fired up to compete in his home state, and he started off hot. He took the solo lead early Thursday with 4 birdies in his first 9. His parents put all their energy into making sure he had all the chances to play pro golf.
It's always rewarding to see your child get to do what they really feel strongly about and want to do. He's got this quiet, competitive fire in him, and everything he's done, he's wanted to do it well, and I think that's what's driven his golf success. You want him to be successful, and you realize that out here, some weeks you have it, and some weeks you don't. You hope he makes a cut every week and gets some points and keeps going.
Steelman slowed down on Friday, shooting a 72. After that, it was a waiting game to see if he would make the cut.
This is the first time I've really been, like, on the line since I've turned pro. Like, I've either made it by a lot or missed it by a gazillion. And so it's just almost knowing that you're in, but not quite. It's just like, yeah, just tell me already.
Steelman held on to make the cut and finished tied for 36, along with Cooper Dossey, who moved up 5 spots on the points list thanks to his short game.
I putted super free today. I worked really hard the last couple weeks on the mental side of putting, and then got some help from my coach, and I putted it great. I drove it horrible, but the putter finally worked today. I switched to crosshand in the middle of Veritex, and that helped a lot. Mentally, just reminding myself that I've had good putting days, and it's the best club in my bag, and I've had it for 7 years. I feel pressure a lot. It's golf's hard, man. It is just what I do, but it's still hard. I mean, you just got to get hot a couple weeks out here.
Fred Biondi, who had missed 2 straight cuts, found himself in jeopardy on Friday once again.
I want to not be fighting to make the cut. I want to be fighting to win the tournament and not having to sit here and wait. It's kind of frustrating getting here, feeling like 2 weeks off, being prepared and strike the way I did the first 2 days and just grind it out to make the cut. But yeah, I mean, I guess it's part of it. It's stressful. I'm mentally just dead, and I'm getting better at it. I don't think I mastered the grinding it out yet, but I think it's getting better.
Yet on Sunday, Biondi shot a 77 and fell more than 40 spots down the leaderboard. He's at that point in the season where he gave away a few starts in order to go play on the PGA Tour, and now he's had some uneven results. And he's going to be able to find those couple of keys that can move him into the next stretch to move him safely inside that top 30 where he isn't at the moment. For Aldrich Potgieter, it was another solid week. He shot 11 under and finished tied for 30th, the keys being a 65 on Friday and a 68 on Sunday. All 4 players made the cut in Kansas City, building some momentum before heading to Knoxville.
I know I'm only one win away from getting that PGA Tour card, but it would be pretty cool to get it done this week. I think this course sets up pretty good for me. It's a good ball striking course, and I feel like I'm hitting it good right now. I'm very comfortable with my game, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Welcome to Knoxville, Tennessee.
The course looks great. I like the view from up top here.
So the Visit Knoxville Open is the 11th of 22 events before the Korn Ferry Tour Finals. So you're reaching that halfway point where you really need to make a move if you want to A, finish in the top 30 for a PGA Tour card, or B, if you're struggling this year, fight toward that top 75 to keep your card for next year.
We played 9 holes yesterday, the back 9. It was really good, really, really good. We'll see, because the course can change from Monday to Thursday. And it also kind of depends how much rain we get, so we'll see. Still a long way to the first tee time.
I mean, I know I'm only one win away from getting that PGA Tour card, but it would be pretty cool to get it done this week. I think this course sets up pretty good for me. It's a good ball striking course, and I feel like I'm hitting it good right now. I'm very comfortable with my game, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Course is great. It's in good shape, and first time here.
I want to win, obviously. So is everyone out here, and but yeah, I mean, mainly getting better too. I think I was just struggling big time with the ball striking, and with what I had, I wasn't able to contend, and you have to be contending on Sunday to have a chance. So obviously improving, getting better, and also having to be patient too. I think my mechanics have been a little off and causing some misses I don't like to see, and just feel a little more to the right in a way. I feel like my hips are moving forward earlier through my backswing, and then just feeling like I create some sort of separation between my pelvis and my chest on the transition and the way down, and help me hit the ball a little higher and hit it more solid too, and not miss so many balls to the right. Short game has been great. It's been kind of saving my round. It's good at times to show off that part, but kind of want not to, and be able to strike the ball properly and really play good.
We flew out 6 a.m. from Dallas to Atlanta, and then we drove 3 hours to here. I'm excited to be here. The course looks great. I would say this year's been pretty disappointing so far. There's been a lot of good, but there hasn't been a full week where there's been good. I feel like down in Veritex, I made a cut for the first time in a while, which felt nice, but I wasn't able to get anything done on the weekend. The game's in a good spot. You know, I don't choose to look at results or points or that stuff because that's uncontrollable. I don't have the ability to choose what I'm going to finish every week. But me and my caddy Grayson are doing good things, and you know, I think we're having a ton of fun out there, and that's all that matters.
All right, let's get it. Probably use that putting mirror. This is just a mirror that I use in the mornings when I arrive, kind of just to make sure that the putting stroke is where I want it to be. So I'll use it for about 10 minutes and then won't look at it again. It gives me the lines of where my putter should line up and where I should pull it back, but also kind of tells me where my eyes are on top of the ball. So that's kind of good, so I can put in the same spot most of the time. Make sure ball position is in the same every time as well. I actually got a mini driver.
It's actually a 2-wood, sorry.
So it's a little bit smaller than the driver. And it's basically, if you just don't want to hit driver, hit that. So, and it goes in between 3-wood and driver, so they like to call it a 2-wood. Hope for a good week here in Knoxville. We'll have some fun and hopefully bring a trophy home this week, so should be good.
Back at the Visit Knoxville Open, it's time for players to make a move since the second half of the season is underway. In need of a hot week, Cooper Dossey shoots 67 on Thursday and 65 on Friday. He finishes the weekend tied for 22nd, his best finish since March. Tim Vieding fired off rounds of 68 and 67 to put himself in a strong position for the final 2 days, getting closer and closer to his first PGA Tour card. Aldrich Potgieter experiences just how hard it can be out there. Even with rounds of 67 and 70, he missed the cut by just one shot. After making the cut, the weekend was a struggle for Ross Steelman and Fred Biondi, who each finished in a tie for 69th place. After Knoxville, Vieding is at the top of the points list, while Potgieter is close to the top 10. Steelman is within the top 30, while Biondi, Dossey, and Choi need to make up some ground in the second half of the season. Despite their solid efforts, it was veteran Harry Higgs who earned his second consecutive Korn Ferry Tour title, draining this epic eagle putt in a playoff. After the win, he paid tribute to Grayson Murray, a PGA Tour player who passed away.
Thank you so much for receiving me and congratulating me and cheering me on throughout, but this golf stuff and the result, it's lovely, sure, but it's not that meaningful. One thing that I kind of thought of last night, especially laying in bed, is I would challenge everybody here, and I'm going to do this myself as well, each day, say something nice to someone you love, and also make it a point to say something nice to somebody you do not even know.
The BMW Charity Pro-Am presented by TD Cinex. One of the coolest events on the Korn Ferry Tour schedule.
I'm super excited for the BMW this year. This will be my first time there. It should be a pretty relaxed week, and we get to play with celebrities, amateurs. I think that's going to be a good opportunity to have some fun on the golf course and just kind of let the golf happen.
It's the beauty of Thornblade with the storylines it can unfold.
The first few months you can ease into the season. These guys get to know each other, get to know their games, get to know the courses. But now there's no time to waste. It's go time. It's time to make a run up the points list, see if you can move into that top 30.